everyone, my name is Allegra Miller and I'm here today to share with you the Astro-alchemy for this video, today's astrology and essential oils that will be helpful in alchemizing these energies for today, January 15th, 2021. Before I get started making specific essential oil recommendations, I do want to highly emphasize that there is a huge difference in terms of brand of oil choices that you choose for the purposes that I'm about to reference in this video. I have been using essential oils virtually my whole life, and over 7 years ago now I started using doterra, and then I started teaching about it and sharing about it. So it's been over 7 years, and I can say that there's just a huge, ginormous difference in terms of the caliber, chemistry, and overall therapeutic value for what I'm talking about here. So please reach out to me if you're interested in learning more about what is best for the specific needs of you and your family and purchasing essential oils. I would love to help you in that journey. I also offer a variety of services that are listed in the bio of this title, below the bio of this title, or bio title, whatever it is. Anyway, let's talk about the astrology. Today the moon, and this video, by the way, is going to be shorter than other videos because the last couple days I went in longer length about certain astrological energies that will be affecting us over the next week. So I do encourage you, even though it says daily astrology, to listen to those videos because they're pertinent. For today, the moon is void, of course, for most of this day. If you're in Eastern Standard Time, let's see, what time does the moon switch? It switches at 5:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So all day long, we're going to be in this void, of course, which means the moon is in between transits. And that is the ideal energy for passive activities, creative endeavors, clarifying endeavors. It's a great energy to clean in, but not make any big decisions or start any big new projects. It's more of a quiet, introspective sleep time, dream time, clarify time. So do keep that in mind. With that energy in mind, lemongrass is a great energy to use if you're cleaning and clearing. In Tune is a great oil to use. Actually, why don't I do what I did yesterday? And I'm going to kind of give you a list, and I'll give you some time so that you can be putting these oils on as I talk about them going forward. So the oils I'm going to be talking about today briefly: Balance, Lemon, and I will put this on the screen. Balance, Lemon, In Tune, Clary Calm, Immortelle, Peace, Patchouli, Black Pepper, Slim and Sassy, Turmeric, Adaptive, Forgive, and Console. I know that's a lot, so get what you can, what you have. In feedback from someone close to me that I really appreciate, it has been helpful to put the oils on as I talk about them, and that will be good in getting you in the habit of using your oils for the purposes that I'm referencing. And it makes it more fun that way if we're both putting on oils together at once. So yes, I think I said them all. If I didn't, I'll make sure that all the ones that I'm going to talk about are on the screen. So, okay, so let's start with this. Anyway, moon void, of course, means no big things. It means it ironically is a good time to break up. So if you're in a relationship that you know you shouldn't be, today's a good day for it. It's not a good time to have elective procedures. I didn't really realize that. So going forward, anytime you're scheduling an elective procedure, make sure it's not void, of course, FYI. If it's already today, then so be it. But it is something to note going forward in your life. So for void, of course, I mentioned lemongrass if you're cleaning. Balance is great for just grounding, and balance is going to be very pertinent to the energies that I'm soon to talk about. Being that we are in the midst of some major upheaval in this country and sort of monumental events in terms of freedom of speech, whatever your political stance is on that. I think there is an impact regardless of your political belief. I do want to emphasize this because I'm not talking politics here. But I just have found it just so weird to think about how quickly freedom of speech can be shut down in this country with big media and big business. It already is and has been. If you follow things that are fringy in terms of science, you can see that they're not the headline news. But for that specific energy of feeling the impact of censorship, turmeric is a good oil for that. It's also good in light of all the events of this last 2020 with feeling the impact of racism and bias. It's a good oil when we're feeling that collectively. So even if you're not feeling it personally, if you're sensitive like I am to the collective and an empath, you feel things that are happening worldwide. And right now, turmeric is a good oil to just heal any energy related to thwarted communication, people, what I just said, racism, bias, censorship. Boom. Okay? So that's going to be a good oil. I would say with all the energies that we have going on in the next week that I spoke about in yesterday's video, and the day before, I believe, peace, forgive, and console are all going to be very nurturing to the heart energy and help us keep some of the intensity of the emotions at bay. But specifically, let's go back to this void of course moon. Balance is going to be great. Lemongrass, I mentioned. Lemon will help just keep you more crisp and clear. In tune and clary sage will help attune you to a clearer vision as you are doing these passive activities. If you are in alignment with the best course of action to take during a moon void of course, in tune and clary sage will just help you get clearer, more in tune with your wise self. I would also say a blend like Immortelle, which has frankincense and sandalwood and rose and lavender and myrrh, all truth-bearing oils that help to activate the pineal and the pituitary and make us see more deeply, think more deeply, hear more deeply. Okay, later this afternoon, the moon goes into Pisces, and Pisces energy is beautiful in that it's a water sign, it's intuitive, deep, it is very adaptable. It is receptive to levels of deeper levels of awareness on the positive. On the negative, Pisces, which Pisces is the fish of the zodiac, two fish to be exact. But anyway, on the negative, on the shadow aspect of Pisces, the oversensitivity, which is one of its assets, can also be one of its biggest liabilities in terms that their sensitivity can be a lot to take in for them. And many Pisces that I've known are prone to escapism behaviors, whether it's alcohol, sex, drugs, or even spiritual escapism. So just taking note of that under the influence of this energy, and especially being that it's happening at 5:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday night, could make you more prone to escapist behaviors. So watching for that in yourself and being true to yourself in terms of the reasons for what you're doing and etc. I would say a couple oils for that in particular that I would recommend. Slim and Sassy is a wonderful blend that helps to curb the desire to suppress intense emotions and to suppress them in any way. So whether it's, again, food, sex, drugs, spiritual escapism. Slim and Sassy is going to, it has lemon, which helps, just lemon and peppermint, which help to clear the mind, think more clearly, because under the Pisces moon, we can feel kind of ungrounded. That would be another shadow aspect, which is also a great aspect. But Pisces energy, balance that I referenced at the beginning that I said would be important for what I was talking about later, balance is going to be very good both for the void of course moon and the Pisces moon. So Slim and Sassy. And then black pepper is going to be a good oil for helping to curb any addictive kind of behavior. So Slim and Sassy and black pepper are going to be helpful there. Black pepper is high in something called beta-caryophyllene, which is very similar to, it activates the endogenous cannabinoid receptors in a non-psychoactive way, but it helps to curb the pleasure-seeking behaviors that might be dysfunctional in our lives, okay? So black pepper is great if you're trying to quit smoking, quit any addictive thing, and Slim and Sassy. So let's see, what else? I said this was going to be a shorter video, and now it's 11 minutes, so whoa. Let's see. I'm going to do the rest as quickly as possible. So the moon is sextile Mars. It happened early this morning at 1:30 a.m. and that energy was good for lucid. Oh wait, shoot. No, that's not the right day. Oops. That's tomorrow. So yeah, I'm a little ahead of myself in taking notes on what's happening here. So anyway, I think that's actually kind of it. But besides what I talked about in the last couple days, these are going to be, all the oils that I mentioned will be your friend today. I do encourage you to use them. One that I may not have mentioned that I think would be good to be using all day of the month is Adaptive. Adaptive is a calming blend. It goes really nicely with balance in terms of keeping us both grounded and okay with change and the unpredictable nature of this current astrology. And as far as Adaptive, that is really good to put in the web of between your thumb and your first finger on the back of the neck. All that I mentioned are good to be putting on the bottom of your feet. I like to put in tune on the back of my neck, on my temples. Immortelle I use on my skin in general, on the regular, so, you know, areas that I want to keep the skin nice and glowy, and that's a great one. But on the deeper note, it just helps us, like I said earlier, it's one of those truth bearer oils. But that one's specifically really good to put on the pineal pituitary points. Slim and Sassy that I mentioned and black pepper are good to take internally for those Pisces overtones of today. So thank you so much for listening, for your support in this new YouTube endeavor. I appreciate knowing that you're listening, liking, sharing, and subscribing to this new channel. Thank you for your feedback as I continue this. Today is, I think, like day 10, maybe? Something like that. I can't remember exactly. But here we go. Thank you so much. Enjoy the energies. Happy Friday, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.